Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 mk2, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 53.1, and today we're going to start doing some more mixed mode using the SP404 mk2 with, in this case, the MPC. But the things I want to show you are going to be like, how do you record, perfect loops over on the SP404 mk2 and be able to get that content from like an external device. So a lot of the things for the external device, you could do a drop-in as something else other than the MPC here. Anyway, let's get at it. I'm just going to load up a empty project and create, it doesn't really matter. That sounds fine. So we're going to take that and let's just put down some drums real quick. So we've got some kick drum. Let's do some snares here. So really simple. And now we can actually even just take this, and I could show you a few things, but we'll just name it real quick so we don't forget. It's my habit to always try and do. And I know we can't name things over on the 404, which is kind of a bummer. But anyway, one thing that you want to know, because what I'm going to do to record the loops perfectly over on the SP404 mk2 is I want this to be the master clock. So I'm going to turn sync on here so that we're getting from a MIDI clock. I've already got the out from the MIDI out on the SP404 mk2 going to the MIDI in on the MPC. The next thing you need to do is while you're in pad mode, hold down shift and pad 13 on the 404 mk2. We're going to system, and you want to go over to MIDI. You just want to make sure that you have MIDI Sync out on. That will allow the SP404 mk2 to control the master tempo. And I'm going to come back here. So you can see we just recorded this at 96 BPM. We can easily adjust this, but if we go to hold shift and pad 11, you can see I've got the SP404 mk2 is at 96 BPM. We can change that. We don't go all the way down to 40. And if I do that, you're going to hear it actually should play slower. So if we go to pattern mode, record, it says 40 BPM. Now I don't have any pads at the moment. And to do this trick, we're going to need a pad with just noise, or no noise, just an empty silent pad. So we're going to hit record, hit pad 1, hit record again. We have content here, and you can see on the MPC, we're setting a MIDI note. You may or may not want MIDI notes being sent. You can adjust that as well, but this is coming out on, MIDI channel 5, and it's not hitting any notes over here on the MPC. So at the moment, I'm not going to worry about it. Go back to pattern mode. We're just going to go record. We'll take this. The important part is, this is going to be super slow. So we just have one event here. And you might not be able to see from the camera, but on the undo, I can see it there. So we're done. We've got the event, and we've now recorded a pattern. And what this allows me to do is when I play it, it's now playing this drum pattern at 40 BPM. And again, if you hold down shift, pad 11, we can dial this up to whatever we want. So now we're actually synced to the MPC at the BPM that we recorded it at over here on the MPC. So good stuff. So assuming you get all this working, you can now play, you can start and stop your MPC from the SP404 mk2. Now, I know we did get, and we got a 2-bar loop here, and we got a 2-bar loop here. So things will stay in sync, nothing too crazy. We did get the bounce as a feature so that we can go, if you hit copy, pad 1, and then you hit pattern select to go to your samples, and we could go to pad 5. The problem with this, and I'll show you, is if we hit copy again, it's going to go do it, and it's playing it over here, but this is empty. There's nothing going on here. So one thing that we might be able to do, I haven't tried this before, so let's just try it, is let's try recording when we turn external source on into the pattern. Whoops, I'm on the wrong mode, sample mode. We're going to go to pattern mode, record. So we have an event just to turn external source on. I'm hoping this will work. And let's find out. If it doesn't, then you just can't do this. Copy pad 1 to switch to pad mode or sample mode, pad 5. We'll hit copy again. I mean, we definitely know that it's sending. We can see that it's sending it. So it's playing the pattern. It's getting the start and stop signal. And we're just not getting anything. I don't think that you can do pattern bounces, unfortunately, right now. Anyway, the way we do this to get this to work is, well, it's kind of weird that we now have that external source recorded in there. Let's go get rid of that, just in case that's causing us any problems. And then I'll show you how you can use your end snap to do this. So we're out, and what we can do now is we could do a resample instead. Now let's say I just want the kicks. I can come over here on the MPC. I can mute out the snares. So I'm just going to record the kicks, and we basically go resample. You hit pad 1, or sorry, you don't hit pad 1. Resample. You're going to hit pad 5. It's asking you to fill in one of these empty slots for your sample. We'll hit pad 5. Then it's asking you to choose which pattern you want. So we're going to hit pattern 1. I don't hear anything playing, so I did something wrong. We would probably need to make sure external source is on. Just play it. Okay, we can hear it. One more try. Resample. We go pad 5, and then we're going to pick, I'm going to actually hit start and end to turn end snap on, so that when we get into the third bar at the very beginning, you just hit record just to finish, and it'll snap that appropriately. So let's go pad 1. So there's bar 1, bar 2. Then we're into bar 3. And as I've shown you guys before, if you hold shift and chop, you can probably see that this should be good. So what we can do now is we can see that if we go to start and end for this, you can see the end snap here, the white part. That's what it's cutting out because that was past the 3.1 of the bar. And you can just do some fun things, like we can turn gate off, turn loop on. And now you can have this just loop forever, and it should play perfectly fine. And if we keep doing this process to record more things, they will keep layering in. So let's just do the snare. We're going to mute kick and unmute snare. We'll do the same thing. We're going to go resample to pad 6. We're going to turn snap end or end snap on by hitting the start and end button. And then we're just going to record. That's one you're going to have to listen to or kind of watch the meter when it goes over. But assuming I did this all correctly, we got turn gate off, loop on. I can now hit both of these at the same time, and they should stay in sync forever. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. We'll keep kind of doing these things so I'll keep showing you guys how to record these loops and get into some other things for like kind of syncing and what you might do for these patterns and then mixing between the 404 Mark II and the MPC. But anyway, guys, keep having fun, keep making music. If it sounds good, it is good, and peace.